In this section of our training, we will learn about the materials and individual lessons in the Lead Today program. Here are what the two books look like. You'll notice that they have a similar design. One Hope was privileged to work with a fantastic design studio in the United States, and they help us to make these books look so fantastic. The Teacher's Guide has most of the leadership lessons and content, and only the teacher or facilitator has this book. The student book contains the scriptures as well as interactive activities, and all participants and students of this program should have their own copies. This is the first page of the student book, and it is the table of contents listing the various lessons on leadership. You'll notice the proverb on the left page. The book of Proverbs plays an important role in this program. Proverbs is about wisdom, and wisdom is necessary for good leadership. This particular proverb guided most of our thinking for the whole program, and it summarizes our convictions as well. And the proverb is, without wise leadership, a nation falls. Here are some special features of the student book. Scriptures for every lesson and references to the biblical stories are at the bottom of the page. And there are sections for note-taking by the students. There are interactive activities such as filling in the blank and quizzes. There's a section also for Did You Know? These are brief segments that highlight interesting features in the biblical story. Here is the first page of the Teacher's Guide, which welcomes you to the program. You can see the table of contents to the right with the various leadership qualities. The Teacher's Guide is meant only for the facilitators or teachers of the program. Here are some special features of the Teacher's Guide. You have a review section, you have key questions, leadership quality introductions, questions and answers segments, directions for biblical narratives found in the students' books, proverbs for memorization, and of course, closing prayers. Now, so let's take a moment to look at each lesson individually. Lesson 1. The title is A New Kind of Leadership. Leadership is about serving others. All of us human beings were created to lead. Every one of us has a potential to be a leader. Bad leadership is a result of sin. Sin is what? Being disobedient, being selfish, being greedy, and proud, which actions lead to corruption of character. In lesson 2, we'll be looking at influence. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. You can grow in your leadership ability by growing in influence. In lesson 3, we'll look at integrity. Integrity means living truthfully in a way that aligns your actions and your words. Integrity builds trust with others and helps you to grow in influence. Integrity is who you are in the dark when nobody's watching you. In lesson 4, we'll look at attitude. Attitude can sometimes make the biggest difference in your leadership. Attitude is an inward feeling expressed by an outward behavior. We can change our attitude daily by changing the way we think. In lesson 5, we'll look at vision. A vision is a goal or idea that guides your life. A good vision is the one that comes from God. And in lesson 6, we'll look at self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to control your actions or feelings. Leadership develops daily, not in a day. It's a process, not an event. In lesson 7, we'll look at timing. Timing is about knowing when to act. The right action at the right time results in success. Lesson 8 is about relationships. People want to follow a leader who values them and will help them achieve their own goals. Good leaders get joy from adding value to others and seeing them achieve their own potentials. Lesson 9 is about initiative. Showing initiative means taking action when necessary in order to get things done and done well. To have initiative, you must live intentionally, purposefully. You must be focused. In lesson 10, we'll talk about communication. Communication is the best way to bring about understanding and cooperation. We should communicate with others by connecting with them personally, being clear in our speech, including them in our conversation. In lesson 11, responsibility is the topic. Responsibility is the ability to make and keep commitments we make. Responsibility increases with leadership. And then in lesson 12, we'll look at priorities. Priorities help leaders manage their time well. Leaders must know what is most important and choose to do the things in the right order every day. In lesson 13, we'll talk about growth. Growth is a process. It takes time. Growth requires focus, a sense of purpose, intentionality. Failures can sometimes even help us to grow. In lesson 14, we'll discuss how to develop leaders. Leadership is about helping others to achieve their full potential. Leaders multiply their effectiveness by learning to lead leaders rather than just followers. In lesson 15, it's about teamwork. Teamwork is when individuals work together to achieve a common goal. Teamwork allows leaders to work with others who have skills they themselves do not have. And in lesson 16, we have more than a leader. Jesus was the greatest leader who ever lived. But he was also much more than a leader. He is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. Here are some possible ideas for projects your teens can do to practice their leadership skills. These are only suggestions, but we want you to be creative and think of projects that are suitable for your own groups. Our goal is to encourage them to practice their leadership qualities in service to others. Some of our suggestions are mentoring programs. Teens can lead younger kids, or teens can be mentored by adults in your school or community or church. Community programs. Teens can create a community garden or set up events such as concert, drama, or outreach events. These are some ideas for your teens to practice their new leadership skills they have learned through Lead Today. We'll continue on the next video where we will demonstrate how to teach an entire lesson from beginning to the end.